Hello and welcome back to CineBolt. Fantasy series have a special way of pulling us into magical worlds, filled with epic adventures, mythical creatures, and unforgettable characters. In this video, we're diving into the top 7 must-watch fantasy series that have captured the hearts of viewers around the globe. So if you're looking for your next binge-worthy obsession, or simply want to explore some incredible fantasy tales, then stick around, because these series are definitely worth your time. At number 7, we're going to South Korea for a show called Hellbound. This one is from the same creator as Train to Busan, so you already know it's going to mess with your head. The premise is absolutely terrifying. Imagine you're just going about your day, and suddenly, this giant, freaky-looking angel face appears in the sky and tells you the exact date and time you're being condemned to hell. And when that time comes, 3 monstrous hulking demons literally burst out of nowhere and beat you to a bloody pulp before incinerating your soul, right there in the middle of the street for everyone to see. As you can imagine, society just completely breaks down. Mass panic, chaos, and of course people rush in to exploit the fear. You get this religious cult, the New Truth Society, who claims this is divine justice against sinners, and then you have a violent mob called the Arrowhead, acting as their enforcers. The show is a brutal look at fanaticism, mob justice, and how easily morality gets twisted when people are afraid. It's grim, it's intense, and it actually surpassed Squid Game for a while on Netflix. Next on number 6 is Locke Key. This one's a bit different, a fantasy drama that's also got a lot of heart. It follows the Locke family, a mom, Nina, and her 3 kids, Tyler, Kinsey, and Bode, who move into their old family home, a sprawling mansion called Key House, after the father is tragically murdered. So right away, you've got a story about grief and starting over. But Key House isn't just any old house. It's filled with magical keys, and these keys do incredible things. One lets you open up someone's head and literally see their thoughts and memories. Another lets you step through any door and appear anywhere else in the world. The kids start discovering these keys, but their exploration awakens a seriously evil demonic entity that's been trapped in the house and wants the keys for itself. It's a perfect balance of family drama, coming-of-age moments, and a thrilling, supernatural mystery. It's based on a fantastic comic series, and it's a really thoughtful story about loss and the magic that holds a family together. At number 5, we have Warrior Nun. This is a fantasy series that centers on Ava, a 19-year-old orphan who wakes up in a morgue. She was dead, but she's brought back to life when a divine artifact, known as the Halo, is embedded in her back. This Halo doesn't just save her, it gives her superpowers and marks her as the next Halo bearer. So this girl who has been powerless her whole life is suddenly thrust into a secret ancient order of nuns, the Order of the Cruciform Sword, whose job it is to hunt down demons on Earth. Ava is not exactly a believer, she just wants a chance to live the life she never had. The show is her reluctant journey of accepting this insane new reality, all while being hunted by forces from heaven and hell who want to control the Halo's power. It's a cool mix of supernatural action, questions of faith and identity, and a strong female lead finding her place in a world she never knew existed. At number 4, we've got a classic for fantasy fans once upon a time. The show takes every fairy tale character you can think of: Snow White, Prince Charming, the Evil Queen, Rumpelstiltskin, and throws them into our world. They're all living in a small town in Maine called Storybrooke, but they're under a dark curse that has completely wiped their memories. So Snow White is a sweet school teacher, and the Evil Queen is the town's ruthless mayor, and none of them know it. The whole story kicks into gear when a bail bond agent named Emma Swan arrives. Turns out she's the long-lost daughter of Snow White and Prince Charming, and she's the only one who can break the curse. The show cleverly flashes back and forth between their present-day struggles in Storybrooke and their past lives in the Enchanted Forest. It's a massive, sprawling story about the battle between good and evil. But at its core, it's about hope, family, and the power of belief. At number 3, we have Teen Wolf. Don't let the name fool you. This isn't the campy 80s movie. The Teen Wolf series is a much darker, more modern supernatural teen drama. It's about a high school kid named Scott McCall. He's a bit of an outsider, not very popular, and has asthma. One night, he gets dragged into the woods by his hyperactive best friend Styles and ends up getting bitten by a werewolf. His life is immediately turned upside down. Suddenly, he's an amazing lacrosse player, he's got super strength and senses, but he also has to deal with this uncontrollable animal instinct. He has to learn to control the wolf inside him while navigating high school drama and protecting his town from a whole host of other supernatural threats. A huge part of the show is his relationship with Styles and his first girlfriend Allison, whose family just happens to be a long line of werewolf hunters. It's a great mix of action, romance, and the classic struggle of figuring out who you are. At number 2, we have Carnival Row. Carnival Row is a visual masterpiece, but it's the world building that truly sets it apart. Imagine a dark, gritty, Victorian-era fantasy world. In a city called the Burg, mythological creatures, fairies, fauns, you name it, are living as refugees. Their homelands were destroyed by war, and now they're crammed into the city, facing prejudice and segregation from the human population. The story centers on a human detective, played by Orlando Bloom, and a fairy refugee, played by Cara Delevingne. They share a complicated, forbidden past, and they're reunited amidst rising social tensions as a series of gruesome murders rocks the city. The show uses this fantasy setting to explore really heavy, real-world themes: immigration, intolerance, political corruption. It's a murder mystery wrapped in a love story, set in a dark, beautiful, and deeply unequal world, and the attention to detail is just incredible. And finally, at number 1, we have a show that is just completely, gloriously unhinged. Preacher. Based on a legendary comic book, it follows Jesse Custer, a preacher in a small Texas town who's basically given up. He's got a criminal past and he's losing his faith, but then a mysterious entity called Genesis, which is the forbidden offspring of an angel and a demon, crashes into his church and possesses him. This gives Jesse an incredible power, the word of God. Whatever he says, people have to obey. This sends him on a wild cross-country road trip with his badass ex-girlfriend Tulip and a hard-drinking Irish vampire named Cassidy. Their mission? To literally find God, who has apparently abandoned heaven and gone missing. The show is a chaotic blend of brutal action, dark comedy, and profound questions about faith, redemption, and human nature. It's twisted, it's bloody, it's hilarious, and it's one of a kind. And that's it, that's all I've got for you today, and thanks a ton for watching the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to CineBolt for more movies and series recommendations.